What is happening, fellow Cobras? Welcome back to the channel. While most of the Season 5 date announcement teaser has already been dissected and analyzed by others, I was able to formulate a rather interesting theory on the context regarding why Johnny is getting in a fight at the MMA arena. And what's really weird to me is that nobody's talked about it yet. This is going to be kind of a lot to take in, so try to follow along as best you can, sit down, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. So by now, all of us know that Miguel took off without telling anyone to find his father in Mexico, and that Johnny and Robbie took off right behind him to try and bring him home. And judging by the teaser, it looks like Miguel does in fact find his father, and they seemingly get along fairly well at first, with him showing Miguel his involvement with the MMA organization. So perhaps he's like the CEO or the chairman and runs the whole thing. But later on, shortly after we see that moment in the trailer, we do see Johnny and Robbie arriving at the very same spot where they get into a heated confrontation with one of the contestant fighters that ends with Johnny landing a beautifully executed tornado kick. But the question here is, what's the context? What exactly happens that causes Johnny and Robbie to get in such a physical altercation, especially being in a country like Mexico that they've never been to before? Because upon watching the teaser, the way it seems, Johnny and Robbie are just trying to walk through and they get stopped by the fighter. So it looks like the fighter is initiating this altercation and not Robbie or Johnny. And what I could realistically see playing out is that when Miguel first meets his father, they're gonna have a lot of time to make up with one another to get to know each other. And you can pretty much bet that Miguel's gonna be telling him all about the events within the past year and a half that since the show started that has ultimately led him to this point of being in Mexico meeting his father for the first time. And I'm definitely positive that Johnny's gonna be brought into the conversation eventually. Perhaps Miguel tells his dad about his name and how he's had such a big influence on his life. But here's the thing, I think after hearing all this, Miguel's dad is gonna start to feel jealous that Johnny has been the father figure to his son that he never knew he had. Now that Johnny's dating his ex-wife, in a way, Johnny now has the life that he's always wanted with Carmen. And maybe since Miguel told his dad that he ran away, he might figure that Johnny will come down to rescue him because of all that he's done for him in the past. And then, you know, let's say later on in the night, Miguel's dad just does a simple Facebook search and boom. He'll then come across Johnny's Facebook page and all of the pictures of Miguel and him together, and more importantly, he'll now know what he looks like, so he can keep a close eye out for him. And so along the way, it's obvious to us now that Johnny eventually does pick up a trail to Miguel that leads him to the MMA arena. And who knows, maybe the way that Johnny does find out about the MMA arena is that this is the scene from the Season 5 teaser that when we see Carmen on the phone looking a little bit worried, maybe this is when she finally reveals to Johnny the quote-unquote bad things that her ex-husband is involved with. But going back to Johnny and Robbie at the arena, what I think causes the altercation between the fighters and Johnny is that since Miguel's father now knows what Johnny looks like, I think he's going to be informing all of his workers and fighters about Johnny and to stop him at all costs if they do see him. Because Miguel's father just finally met his son that he never even knew about. Now he finally just may want to spend some time with him. He's not going to just stand by and let Johnny come and steal him away again and continue to live the life that he had always wanted with Carmen. And by doing all of this, I think Miguel's father is just going to try and sweep this whole thing under the rug and make it unknowns to Miguel so he doesn't get suspicious and begin to believe the bad things that his mother had warned him about regarding his father. Now that's all I really got for this theory up to this point. I'm not really sure where it could go from here since that's all we really know from the Mexico storyline, except for the fact that we know that Johnny eventually does reach Miguel and does in fact bring him home. But to be honest, I've thought really long and hard about this theory, and I really think this has a chance to be one of the more accurate theories that I've done. But enough about me. I want to hear what you guys think. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments section. What do you think of the chances that this is the reason why Johnny gets in a fight at the MMA arena? Do you think Miguel's dad is going to try and stop Johnny from reaching Miguel? Or do you think I got this whole Mexico storyline the wrong way and you think it's going to end up some other way? If so, let me know your thoughts and opinions of how you think it's going to play out. You know what to do next. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave this video a like so it gets pushed out to more and more people amongst the community, and make sure you're subscribed to Strike First Media. We're on the cusp of hitting 7,000 subscribers here on the channel, and it's a personal goal of mine to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So definitely join our dojo today if you like what you saw here in this video, because there's plenty more to come as Season 5 marketing is just around the corner. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see ya in the next one.